All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you an example of how we would solve one of these problems here if they ask you for the vertex. So this is from your worksheet for today. I'm just going to go with number 3. So any of these, if they're asking you for axis of symmetry or vertex, either way, they're going to start with the same first step, which is find the vertex. And that's the same y equals negative b divided by 2a. Or I know in that video, the guy likes to say equals 2. He'll say y equals 2, negative b over 2a. Obviously, grammatically, that's not exactly how we're normally saying it, but x equals negative b over 2a is what you hear many, many times, and that's why I kept that video in there, because this x equals negative b over 2a is what you really want to take from this and memorize. In terms of actually solving this, all you're doing is just plugging those values in. So keeping in mind, right here, this is your b value, which equals positive 18. And we also see before that, we have an a value. All that your x squared has is a negative. So a equals 1, but since the minus sign is in front, a equals negative 1. So if we plug that in, we're going to have x equals negative b, so that's going to be negative 18 being divided by 2 times a. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. They're both negative, so those are going to cancel each other out. So basically, we just have 18 divided by 2. We have x equals 9. So you know that is going to be your axis of symmetry. That was never actually what the question was. It's find your vertex. So we do know for our final solution, however, what we're going to have is 9 comma something. We're not sure what that number is yet, and that's what we'll find. And again, the way that you do that is to solve using the fact that we know x equals 9. We plug that back into the original equation. So we're going to have y equals negative 9 squared plus 18 being multiplied by 9, and finally minus 75. So as we multiply this out, again, this is negative x squared. So keep in mind, it's going to look just like I wrote here. It's the negative value of x squared. So it's not automatically going to multiply to become a positive. The minus sign stays in front. So 9 squared will become 81, and the minus sign still stays in the front. So we're going to have y equals negative 81. 18 times 9 will give us 162 minus 75. So I've got 2 negative terms and 1 positive term. I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms here. I'll keep the 162 that's positive in the front. If I combine my like terms of negative 81 and negative 75, that's going to give me minus 156. And it looks like that's going to give me y equals 6 if I did not make any mistakes here. So that tells me then that is my y coordinates, y equals 6. So therefore, I have both coordinates of my vertex, and my vertex's coordinates should be at 9, comma 6. Any of these can be checked. You can check these by even just plugging them into Desmos. That's the way you can double check any of these. However, right now we are worried about the algebraic way of solving. So keep in mind that x equals negative b over 2a. That is the biggest, most important part of this. That's what you're starting with for anything asking for the axis of symmetry or the vertex. Thank you very much. If you have any questions regarding any of these problems or any of the others below, feel free to ask away.